Ford and Toyota are about to be in a very difficult position. They sell a lot of cars in the United Kingdom, and now they're going to be forced to pay $15,800 to the government, or they may be able to actually get around this by getting Tesla to take some of their carbon credits. But either way, they're pretty well screwed because they're so far away from hitting the mandatory requirements in the UK that their sales of cars in the UK will either drop like a rock, or they'll be making massive losses on every single car they sell. And this problem is not confined to the UK. Similar rules are about to hit China and Europe within the next few years. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Ford and Toyota will face massive fines in the UK over the next 12 months, 24 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. In other words, things are only going to get worse for them. And they only have themselves to blame. They've known about these rules for quite a while now, and they haven't really done much to try and actually put themselves in a position to not lose sales or to not lose a hell of a lot of money. Overall fines for automakers in the UK will reach around 2.92 billion based on the 18% EV share in the UK in the 12 months to the end of September. In other words, we know these fines are actually going to happen for some automakers. This is going to be a big problem for them. Now, one of the things that automakers will do is they'll pay for carbon credits from companies such as Tesla. I mean, they probably do it for BYD, but BYD doesn't really sell many EVs in the UK. So really, probably Tesla is the biggest automaker that can actually sell carbon credits to potentially Ford and Toyota to help them pay less money in fines. Then Tesla gets money, so that's the problem for them. Tesla gets more money. They know they're funding Tesla's factories and funding Tesla to disrupt them. It's a bit of a catch-22 for them. Ford and Toyota will face some of the highest fines in the UK next year under new rules, enforcing minimum electric vehicle sales. Next year, sales see the start of the ZEV zero emission vehicle mandate in the UK, under which sales of electric fuel cell vehicles must reach 22% of registrations in the first year. Or automakers will face fines of £15,000, which is around $16,000 per car they sell. Now, Ford and Toyota don't make that much money in profit on the cars they sell. There might be a couple of cars they do, but I mean, more than 95% of the cars they sell, they don't make that much profit. So they're going to be making big losses on every single car they sell. Now, if they suddenly decide to send more EVs there or to make more EVs, well, they make a loss on the EVs they sell as well. So it's a real catch-22 situation here. Fines will reach £2.4 billion or $2.92 billion based on the 18% EV share in the UK in the 12 months to the end of September, says Dataforce. Ford with a 2% EV market share and Toyota at less than 1% are miles away from the actual targets that are required. So there's zero chance of them hitting them. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking here, what they're going to do in the UK. I mean, it's a big car market, massive. What are they going to do? Just say, well, okay, see ya. Anyway, what this means is their fines will be huge if they don't massively improve EV sales, but they're going to have to increase the EV sales Ford by a factor of 600% increase. It's not going to happen. Toyota by a factor of 12 times. There's no chance. Toyota doesn't have the capacity to make these EVs. We've all seen, people say these mythical comments like, Toyota's the most amazing powerhouse of manufacturing. Don't worry, they'll be fine. Within 6 months, they can make heaps of EVs. Well, Toyota are basically saying, guys, to all of you saying that, that's nonsense. It's not that easy to make an EV to making a profit. That's why they've just gone and said, we're going to use gigacasting. We need to use LFP batteries. We need to do things to reduce the price, to make our EVs more efficient. Other automakers in trouble include Japanese automaker Suzuki and Land Rover at zero EV sales over the 12-month period. Mazda managed 3%. Mazda is screwed as well because they have no compelling EV product. The only EV they have is the MX-30, and it's a joke. I mean, the range of it is very low for the price. No one thinks it's a good car. Mazda is not going to hit this number. They're a small automaker. I think Mazda is in a lot of trouble of going bankrupt. They sell only about 1 million cars per year. So they don't have any plans to make EVs either. They've revealed the fact that they're not that interested. This is Mazda's plan. Work on perfecting the internal combustion engine. Right. Anyway, Suzuki, another Japanese automaker. Well, they don't sell any EVs. Land Rover don't sell any EVs. What are they going to do? Imagine the difference that they need to make in such a short period of time. to avoid paying these enormous fines. They can't avoid it. Those with work to do also include Nissan, Fiat, Citroen, which were all at 12%, Skoda was at 13%, Vauxhall, Peugeot, and Mini at 15%. Now, I think probably those automakers can get there. They're not that far off. Automakers have a range of tactics allowable, though, under the scheme to offset any shortfall. Companies are not permitted to pool, though, with anyone not under the same corporate umbrella, unlike with the corporate average fuel economy targets in the European Union and the UK. So you can pool with Tesla in other places, such as China and Europe, but not in the UK. However, they can buy credits from those with a higher percentage of EV sales. Thus the reason Tesla is going to make probably hundreds of millions of dollars in the UK over the next few years. And the media has been telling us, oh, no, Tesla's getting all this free money. I mean, what in 2022, they made about $2 billion in carbon credit sales for this exact purpose. That's going to go away. That's factually false. That's factual nonsense. The media can't be bothered doing any research and actually working out whether the things they say are true. They're not even remotely true. In fact, if anything, Tesla's profits from selling these credits is going to rise over the next few years significantly. Free money. It's crazy. It's like imagine Kodak giving away money to whoever's Apple, disrupting them with an iPhone. Nokia saying, hey, Apple, here's some money to build your next factory. We're going to help you out. Never mind the fact that dethrone us as the world's biggest phone manufacturer. It's pretty much what's happening. It's insane. But these companies have had so long to know that these rules were coming, and they've done nothing about it. Brands that do not need to worry about the EV mandates, though, according to Dataforce, include MG, who are at 41%. So MG will also make money out of this situation. In a way, therefore, because MG is a significant percentage by the Chinese government, it's sort of like a funds transfer from the UK government straight to the Chinese government, essentially. Anyway, other companies that don't have to worry include Cupra, Porsche, BMW, and Mercedes. Now, BMW is at 25%, Porsche is at 29%, and Mercedes is at 22%. All EV makers such as Tesla and Polestar are in a position to capitalize on their sales numbers and sell credits. Now, because Polestar can do this, but they don't sell that many cars. So you've got to sell more cars to get more credits. Basically, you get a credit on every car you sell. Polestar, their cars are great, but their sales figures are just not that high yet, so it's not really that relevant for them yet. Volume automakers in particular will need to boost sales of EVs despite the available offsets, said Dataforce. 3/4 of all EV sales in the UK are to fleets thanks to company car incentives, according to figures from the SMMT industry group. Private sales have fallen according to September figures, but that could change over the next few months. And I think it's very likely to do so as we see more and more affordable EVs enter the UK market. Potential electric car buyers received mixed messages from the UK government in September on EVs after Prime Minister Rishi Sunak pushed back a decision to ban most combustion engine cars from 2030 to 2035. He said, I think the combination of the government's 2030 ban move plus the retained ZEV mandate puts the OEMs in a tough spot. The government in the UK is essentially saying most of these automakers can't get to 100% by 2030. We're already going to punish them massively with all these fines, so that's enough. And also that incentivizes them. I mean, they've got to hit 80% by 2030 in order to not keep on paying Tesla's money. So what choice do they really have? You can see why EV sales will take off and why me saying that they're going to continue to increase very, very quickly is just simply backed by facts like this. If they don't, then on every car they sell, they've got to pay insane amounts of money. $16,000 per car they sell has to be paid in fines. Would you really be able to do that? No, you can't. So clearly their only strategy here is to make more EVs and make them quickly. Or pay Tesla. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.